Hi everyone, thank you guys so much for joining us for another Zoo to You. My name is Amanda. I work with the ambassador animals here at Franklin Park, and I'm here with my friend Lando, who is a red-footed tortoise, and he is about to do some Halloween themed enrichment today, which we have our carved pumpkin. So Lando is usually very interested in very bright type of enrichment, whether it's food or like bright colored toys and other type of enrichment items. And what's really special about pumpkin enrichment is that it's seasonal. So it only comes to us once a year. So this is kind of a special moment for Lando. And you can see right when he kind of makes eye with that color, he zones right in on it. And you can see he's sort of putting his body towards it. Let's see if he'll take a nice big bite out of that pumpkin. What do you think, Lando? Good job. I might help him over here and give him a little side to put on. So like I said, this is a seasonal enrichment. So here at the zoo, we get a lot of donations from different grocery stores or other companies. So this is actually, we got a huge pumpkin donation from Whole Foods. So thanks Whole Foods for supporting our enrichment program by providing all the pumpkins this year for our Zoo Howl event, as well as just for enrichment purposes as well. So he's taking a nice big bite of that right now. Good job, Lando. But enrichment is very important. If you haven't heard what that means, it's basically anything that is stimulating or changing in an animal's environment. So that could be a food item, just like you're seeing Lando interact with right now. It could also be maybe anything visual, like a mirror or bubbles or smells, scents, anything visual. Any sort of physical items, like maybe balls that can roll or hanging toys. Enrichment can also mean ways that animals have to work for their food, or what we like to call foraging. Those are all different aspects of enrichment. So today, this is considered a lot of different types of enrichment. So one thing, it's food enrichment. So Lando only gets to get pumpkin once a year, just like we only really get pumpkins once a year seasonally too, as people. This is considered physical enrichment and visual because he can see that bright, beautiful orange color. That's visually a great enrichment for him. And it's physical too. It's this nice, bright, big ball to him too. So it's providing lots of different purposes right now, and as well as scent. So he's smelling that pumpkin too. Something that surprises a lot of people about reptiles, and specifically for tortoises, is that they have a really good sense of seeing color. These guys can see color really, really well, and not only can they see it, but they're really attracted to it. These guys rely a lot on fruits and vegetables and flowers too that are really bright colors. So it's very important for them to see that color really well, so that way they can find the foods that they get all of their nutrients from. So like I said, this is a seasonal enrichment. So this was all donated by Whole Foods today. And if you come to our Zoo Howl event happening this Saturday and Sunday at Franklin Park Zoo, you'll see lots of other pumpkin enrichment happening throughout the day with other animals. So this is just a little sneak peek of that today. We also usually get Christmas tree donations at the end of the holiday season from different Christmas tree farms. So you might see some Christmas trees out in animal habitats if you come at the end of the holiday season. And we do rely a lot on the public to provide enrichment for our animals. So if you feel like contributing to our enrichment program, you can head to zoonewengland.org, and we do have our Amazon wish list posted on our website. And all of us keepers will basically put on that list everything we think our animals will enjoy interacting with. So you know that whatever you're purchasing from that list will benefit any of our animals at the zoo. And we usually do put on the list who it would benefit to. So if there's a certain animal that really strings at your heart and you want to get something for them, definitely check out that list too. So like I said, Lando sees color really, really, really well. That's really important for a lot of different reptile species. But like I said before, Lando is a red-footed tortoise, and these guys are native to South America. So you can only imagine all the different colors that Lando would see in his natural environment in the rainforest. They also get the name red-footed tortoise because you'll see right on his feet there are those red spots. So that's really specifically unique to red-footed tortoises in particular. So that's how they get their name.
Katie has a few questions. She's wondering what other kinds of enrichment Lando has, and also what other animals at the zoo would like pumpkins as enrichment.
That's a great question. So for pumpkin enrichment, you'll see it used with almost all of our animals. So if you come to Zoo Howl Saturday and Sunday, you'll probably see our lemurs participate with some pumpkin enrichment. You'll definitely see our red pandas. A lot of our farmyard animals will also get pumpkin enrichment too. So you'll just have to come to the zoo to see who can get our pumpkins, and everyone interacts with it a little bit differently. So Lando likes to take some like big chunky bites out of it, but some animals will actually like put different treats inside the pumpkins, or maybe they just even want to roll them around. So animals will use it all two different ways. But Lando actually is one of those animals that really responds well to enrichment. So I have here, we call it Lando Scratcher. It's just a scrub brush that we use just for him. And we like to give him a nice good scratch on his shell over here. Tortoises can feel from their shells. So all of this he can feel right now. And sometimes when he's really into it, he'll wiggle back and forth right at the bottom of his shell. But that is a different type of enrichment. So this is considered tactile enrichment because he's feeling something different, and even physical too. And you can even consider it social because me and Lando are spending time together right now, interacting with each other. We also love giving Lando different types of foraging. So maybe even hiding his food in a pumpkin or different toys. So we do like to give him some foraging, probably about like once a week we'll do that for him. So that way he's not just always getting his food on a platter. Any other questions in that chat at all?
Not yet.
Awesome. You can see Lando's really good at biting down that pumpkin. He has a pretty strong mouth. You might be able to hear it too. I'm not sure if you can get really close. There we go. It's a nice satisfying bite. So these guys are pretty good at being able to take off branches from trees. They are able to forage really, really well. These guys are herbivores, which is different from us as humans that are omnivores. So they only eat vegetation, plants, flowers, fruits, and vegetables that they would find in the rainforest. So they're a little different from us in that way, where we like to have our fruits, veggies, and our meat as well. A lot of people want to know how old Lando is, and the honest truth of it is that we actually don't know how old he is. He's been at the zoo since 1982, which is pretty impressive. He's probably one of the oldest living animals at the zoo. He's not the oldest, but he is one of the oldest. But if we had to guess, I would probably say he's in probably his late 40s, I would say at least. These guys can live up to about 80 years. So they have a really long lifespan, and it takes them a really long time to grow. So a lot of people think that tortoises would make great pets because they start off when they're young, really, really tiny, and they don't realize how large they can actually get like Lando and how long they can live for. So we definitely recommend not getting turtles or tortoises as pets, but if you really love tortoises and turtles, definitely check out coming to the zoo, getting to meet Lando in person here, or any of our other tortoises and turtles that we have, and let us do all the hard work of taking care of him, because he can be quite a handful at times. But that's why we're here every day, to be able to give him all that attention and care that he needs, and then you guys can enjoy him during our programs that we have here at the zoo.
Martha was wondering a little bit about Lando. Does he drink? a lot of water? And also, does he need vaccines?
That's a great question. So we don't give any vaccines to Lando specifically, but other animals at the zoo do receive vaccines from time to time for many reasons. Lando does drink water. He doesn't drink water a lot, but actually what's really important for a lot of reptiles, including Lando, is having a large water dish so they can actually soak themselves. Reptiles will naturally soak themselves in their natural environment, even if they're not meant to be swimmers. It's really helpful for them to go to the bathroom. So we do soak Lando once a week, just to make sure all his bowel movements are moving right. But we do catch him drinking water from time to time. But most animals, even though we provide them with fresh water every day, they do receive a lot of their water from the food that they eat. And we do also consume a lot of our water from the food we eat as well. But animals in particular probably receive more of it than we do. We need to supplement a lot more of drinking water itself versus animals. So even if an animal rarely drinks from a water bowl naturally, we still provide them with that water just to make sure we have it just in case for them. But there's actually a lot of water content in most of the food that Lando eats, especially like romaine. Sometimes we'll give him watermelon that has a lot of water in it, lots of different types of greens and vegetables too. Any other questions before I wrap up here? Awesome. Well, I just want to remind everyone, definitely check us out for Zoo Owl. That is happening Saturday and Sunday. We'll be going from 9 a.m. to 3. We'll have different trick-or-treating opportunities with candies that do not have palm oil in it, so they are sustainable candies. We will also have candies available for kids who have maybe any allergies. We'll also be having a education table in the tropical forest, talk a little bit about green Halloween and how we can still make Halloween fun and also sustainable as well. And we'll have some fun animal encounters happening around the zoo too. So you might recognize some animals in person that you might have met today or see on our Instagram or Facebook. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. And we hope you guys enjoy your Halloween as much as Lando is right now.